Hello, my name is Sona Iqbal and I'm doing the presentation for assessment 2. Investment is done in two ways, active and passive. Passive managers assume that markets are efficient and focus on beta drivers of return. Beta is a measure of sensitivity relative to a particular market index and is a measure of systematic risk. However, active managers on the other hand assume that the inefficiencies exist and this can be exploited to earn positive return after adjusting for beta risk. The steps to constructing a portfolio is strategic asset allocation, whereby we focus on the client's long-term objective and the investment constraints given which are likely to the clients. The second step is to assign weights to each of these asset selection in the portfolio. Now the goal of every portfolio is to minimize risk and maximize return. With regard to that, Harry Markowitz came up with a theory to explain how this works. The leftmost point, that is this point, on the minimum variance frontier is the portfolio with the minimum variance among all portfolios of risky assets, and this is referred to as the global minimum variance portfolio. An investor cannot hold portfolio consisting of risky assets that has less risk than that of the global minimum variance portfolio. So basically, an investor these points are not feasible. However, an investor cannot have this point less risk and this return at these points. The next, we move on to discuss the beta of the assets calculated. Beta is a measure of how sensitive an asset's return is to the market as a whole. Now, this risk is the systematic risk. Systematic risk is non-diversifiable risk. It's calculated using covariance of the return and the return on the market divided by the variance of the market return. Moving on, return on portfolio can be calculated by multiplying the weights into the return on portfolio. The next, I have incorporated 10 of these companies, and from the time period of 4th March 2006 to 9th March 2016. Woolworths, Telstra, etc. Now, I have constructed a portfolio mean return of each of these with regard to the rest. We notice that the mean stabilizes after a point and is identical over the remaining portfolios. And the beta has also shown ranges from negative to positive. Coming back to the efficient frontier, I have observed that if we are able to assign points, if we can locate the efficient frontier by graphically representing the different points on the graph and then locating the tangency point between the risk-free rate and the rate of the portfolio, and we can find the efficient return. To conclude, diversification is beneficial to a portfolio as it eliminates unsystematic risk, which is company specific, or because the way it works is that if one company or one sector in one industry is going through a slack, another industry may be constantly booming at the same time, and hence if we invest in those two companies, the losses from one can be offset by the gains from the other, and hence this is how diversification can be achieved. And as studying fund management, I am willing to have the expertise to be able to diversify this risk. Thank you.